Charlie and the Friends of Puddlewood. Once upon a time, in a quiet, cozy corner of the world, there was a place called Puddlewood. It was a magical forest full of tall trees, soft meadows, and little bubbling brooks. In Puddlewood lived a cheerful little bear named Charlie. Charlie was always in a good mood, with a round belly and a big smile, and he loved nothing more than spending time with his friends. Charlie's best friends were a delightful bunch who lived nearby. There was Pip, a curious rabbit who was always hopping from one idea to the next, never quite staying in one place for too long. And then there was Ollie, a gentle and thoughtful owl who lived in the tallest tree in Puddlewood and always knew the answer to every question. There was also Tilly, a playful little squirrel with the fluffiest tail who loved running in circles around her friends, and Benny, the shy but kind-hearted hedgehog who was always a little nervous but never far from his friend's side. One bright and sunny morning, as Charlie was sitting by his favorite tree, munching on a pot of honey, Pip came hopping over, his ears bouncing with excitement. "Charlie, Charlie," Pip exclaimed. "I've found something mysterious down by the old oak tree. You must come see it." Charlie tilted his head. "Something mysterious, Pip? What kind of mysterious?" "I'm not sure," Pip said, bouncing on his toes. "But it might be treasure." With that, Charlie grabbed his honey pot, and the two friends hurried off to find their other friends. Before long, Charlie, Pip, Ollie, Tilly, and Benny were gathered at the old oak tree, where a peculiar wooden box lay half-buried beneath the roots. "Oh, dear," Benny said softly. "What if it's something scary?" "Nonsense, Benny," said Ollie, adjusting his little spectacles. "I believe it's simply an old chest that belonged to someone long ago. The question is, what's inside?" Tilly dashed around the group in excitement. "Maybe it's filled with shiny things. Or nuts. Or something shiny and nuts." Charlie laughed, and with all his friends gathered around, he carefully opened the wooden box. Inside, there was no treasure, no gold or shiny things, but instead, there were pieces of old, crinkled paper, maps.
"Ooh, a map,"
Pip said, eyes wide with wonder. "It must lead to something." Ollie fluttered his wings. "It seems to be a map of Puddlewood. But look, there are places marked here that we've never been to." Charlie looked at the map thoughtfully. "Well, I suppose there's only one thing to do," he said with a grin. "We follow the map and see where it takes us." With that, the friends set off on an adventure through the familiar yet magical Puddlewood, with the map leading the way. As they walked, they passed places they had seen many times before, the big boulder where they liked to sit and chat, the meadow where the butterflies danced in the air, and the little stream where they often played. But soon, the map led them to a part of the wood they had never explored. The trees here were taller, the leaves thicker, and the air smelled sweeter. It was like a hidden part of Puddlewood that no one had discovered before. They followed the map deeper into the forest, until finally, they reached a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood the biggest, fluffiest, and most magical tree they had ever seen. It sparkled in the sunlight, and around its roots were piles of acorns, colorful leaves, and wildflowers. "Look at this place," Tilly exclaimed, running in circles with delight. "It's like a secret garden." Ollie, adjusting his glasses, looked at the tree closely. "This must be the place the map was leading us to. But why?" Just then, a soft voice echoed through the clearing. "Welcome, little adventurers." The friends looked around in surprise, but no one was there. Then, from behind the big fluffy tree, a little creature peeked out. It was a small, round mole with a big pair of glasses and a tiny book under his arm. "Who are you?" Pip asked, hopping over to the mole. "I'm Oliver," the mole said with a shy smile. "I'm the keeper of the secrets of Puddlewood. You've found my special tree." Charlie stepped forward, tilting his head. "Your tree?" Oliver nodded.
"Yes.
"This tree holds the magic of Puddlewood. It's where all the joy, laughter, and adventure in the wood comes from. And you've all been part of it." The friends exchanged curious looks. "Us?" Benny asked, blinking. "Yes," Oliver said, adjusting his glasses. "Your friendship, your kindness, and all your little adventures keep Puddlewood full of magic. You see, The real treasure isn't gold or shiny things. It's the time you spend together, making memories and enjoying each other's company. Charlie smiled, his heart full of warmth. I think we understand now. With that, Oliver the Mole smiled and offered each of the friends a small acorn, glowing softly in the sunlight. These are to remind you that as long as you stick together, Puddlewood will always be full of magic. The friends happily accepted the acorns, and together they made their way back to their favorite tree, the old oak where their adventure had begun. As the sun began to set and the fireflies filled the air, the friends sat down, sharing honey, nuts, and stories of their day's adventure. And even though they hadn't found treasure in the way they expected, they knew they had found something even more precious, the joy of being together. And from that day on, every time they looked at their glowing acorns, they were reminded that the real magic of Puddlewood came from their friendship.